Alright guys, so we're going to get started. So, if you have not been following the stream, we started out in Sol. We wound up getting a huge early game lead or start or whatever you want to call it. We were graced by the RNG god because we have only 2 exits. One here in Tile, and one here in Tubik over to whatever this is, Ukrichi? I can't quite see it. Ukrichi, we'll say. So, if we're able to get to these 2 spots, all of this corner of space will be ours. We've already conquered the horrible, the worst and the horrible. I should pause it so we don't have a revolt. We obviously have a couple issues here to deal with, but we just finished a war. We completely conquered the species called the worst, which is one of the quill species. They are repugnant, to be sure, little mouth nodules. They've got solitary. They are quick learners though, and they can deal with the desert, which is really nice because we might use them as kind of a race that will expand our areas down to other areas. Thank you, J Tom. I appreciate that. Can I spoil who you are to everyone? We haven't really had a lot of videos together, though, so maybe no one will know. So sad. I do appreciate the Pride Bits, as always. Pride Bits are a welcome addition to this community. Faux show. They dress everything up just a bit, too. We have a spare governor. Can we put that governor into play here? We can, actually, because it's in a different sector than Earth. So we'll put that spare governor that we wound up buying, I think, from one of the Caravaneers. They stopped through and dropped this person off for a couple thousand credits, I think, maybe. But either way. J-Tomp is one of the folks that I always play a lot of my online games with, so Jackson. And we did a little bit of... I don't think we've done too much. We did a couple videos on Atlas, Arc Expanded. But yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. So we've got low stability because we just conquered Horrible. We need to recapture all this territory. This is what we kind of got from them, but the war ended and it all went away. So the question is, how do the worst feel about our government style? Like, can I tell what their... How do you tell what they lean towards? Their government stuff is like... Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call, Zillican. Who is our governor right now? It's only Clear Blocker. Yeah, that's true. We don't have anything useful. Clear Blocker isn't all that important right now anyways. So, we'll do that real quick. What else we got going on? Hey, Thurman, welcome. Thurman Merman. So, trying to just get my bearings again. We did finish the war. We won the war. We've got low stability. And we're going to go ahead and I want to see about the governing ethics. Now, do all of the populations, do all of the species in your empire basically immediately go towards your governing? Do they start leaning towards that government style? I don't really want to lean towards it. I just wanted to see governing ethics. I don't know how that works out. We have to go to the worst to see them. Truly, truly terrible workers. I think that's the adjective that that Quill gave them. They're militarist. Well, that's not bad. That's pretty much what we are then. That's no big deal then. So, and they're also assembling robots. Can we make robots on Earth, for example? There are no species that can be assembled, so I guess we're just going to wait for the robots to finish up. What can the robots do? I'm assuming they're just going to be laborers here. These robots exist in a state of servitude. Yes, we understand that. That's no problem. That's kind of cool that they actually filled all the mining jobs. Oh, here we go. You're talking about, like, doing something like this. This is fine. So, they are militarist, which is going to work out for us. I mean, I don't think, for the most part, we don't have migration controls. They do have rights to colonize. we basically are going to conquer them and bring them into our empire, into the fold. Now, I do want to kind of trade out, bring in a couple humans here. So, 17% pop approval rating. Yeah, I got that. They're pretty pissed about that. Can we start seeing why they're so grumpy? Low amenities, recently conquered. So they're going to be grumpy a bit from that. And low amenities. So we probably need to fix the amenities problem before we get much further in here. So if we're looking at the summary of the planet, they have a ton. Wow, they have a lot of amenities anyways, though. What is going on with that? River in Norway, hello. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I hope to always make more Kenshi videos. Well, they do have a huge population. So we're providing 26 amenities as is. Are we short on jobs? Oh, we're short on people. That's the problem. We've got tons of buildings. Not enough people to fill them all. So, more than likely, what are the clerks in? Sorry, let me do this again. Clerks give us what? A little bit of amenity and some trade value. Okay. Oh, good call right here. What we got for the ethics right here. So they're a bit materialist and militarist. That's fine, honestly. Although I think materialist conflicts with spiritualist, so maybe that'll work itself out over time. Do we need to... I mean, I think the robots are helping out. The robots don't need housing, though, do they? No, they do. They need somewhere to basically get stored. We could purge them, but really... The Church of the One True Beat believes in conquering those who are too out there to do it themselves, to learn themselves. So martial law would do what? It would increase stability and add soldier jobs. Pop growth is really heavily reduced, which is fine. That's only going to last for a certain amount of time, I believe. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Where do the soldier jobs show up as? They show up as enforcers, maybe? Okay. So... what I guess I don't quite know about is... I haven't done much with robots just yet. So what about jobs? We need a ton more clerks. So clerks are the problem right now. We're not able to... fill, I think it's all of these amenities jobs, right? They are giving us 1.6 and 2 trade. And there's nothing else that's giving us amenities. So that must be all the jobs here were for the amenities. So as we get more population, that should start filling the commercial zones. I think we need to calm down on the population, though. The population growth, maybe the robot building. Can we cancel this? No, does it do it automatically? Does it really assemble automatically now? Huh. I don't see a way to disable that, actually. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at one more time at the... Do we have more enforcer jobs? It's only one enforcer job. It did say it created 2 soldier jobs. So I have to let the... There it goes. We had to let this pass for a second. So, 2 soldier jobs. They should... Planetary defense, stability, +5. So they give us a +5 flat bonus. Oh, okay, so robot assembly plants. Perfect, thank you. Good call on that. Well, they're unhappy because of the amenities being so low. It's not the reverse. Like, the fact that the amenities are low increases or decreases their overall happiness. Now, we have the right amount of happiness jobs. It's just that, yeah, they're clerk jobs. We don't have the clerk jobs filled. Okay, I'll tell you what. We actually are really struggling for, in terms of trade goods as well, our energy credits per month. I was going to say we could disable some of the extra buildings here, or some of the extra jobs to have them work in the clerk buildings. And we might have to do that. So, Let's disable a couple of technician jobs. This is going to kind of hurt us in the long run. I'll remove a couple of miner jobs and a couple of food jobs. And what this should do is force people into the clerk role. Now, we could even shut down like the artisan and stuff like that, but we really do need a lot. We can shut down temporarily. Let's shut down the jobs for producing more alloy. So we're almost at the point where we can actually get the amenities up. We have 2 rulers. We have 2 artisans. Can we disable anything else that's, you know, not going to be useful here? Alloy, civilian industries. Really, it's just a matter of they went crazy with... I think they went crazy with the robots. And the robots apparently use amenities. Can robots fill the clerk job? Maybe not. Okay, either way, I'm gonna move on from here. We'll come back to this in a second. So let's take a look at what else is going on in the world of our system. So we've got a bunch of we're really heavily over on our credit. So we have way too many negatives in the credit side of the house. Although we haven't been super expanding into high credit areas. So I think we need to calm down an expansion for a bit and do a little bit of consolidation. We have been really pushing heavily on expanding in order to kind of beat the enemy fleet here and rush, you know, rush different people in different areas. Let's put a construction ship. Can we connect? Let's go ahead and connect Horrible with the rest of the galaxy. We don't have... Oh, it's not fully surveyed. Okay. Do we have a science ship nearby? We do. Let's go ahead and survey this system. River in Norway. Much appreciated. Oh, is that what it is then? That would make sense. We have... Suddenly we have 12 pops that are consuming... Or we have a 12 negative because of the pops. You're right. Alright, so we can deal with that. We can make it happen. What's the red? The red is what? Not enough housing. Okay, so we need to drop a little more housing down. Which we can do just by adding kind of any of the other districts. They do create housing along with the normal jobs. So we are pretty close to... Yeah, we actually do have some unemployment. So we can drop down a... Let's go ahead and drop down a generator district. That should take care of some housing for a second. And then here... Wait, that's really confusing. We have more jobs than we have a population for. Oh, so robots can only work in certain jobs. Oh, well, that's fair enough. So they can only seem to work in the generator / technician type of jobs. Okay, let's actually then keep them on energy if we're going to do that. No, so all the technicians are the worst, the worst fungoids, while the miners and farmers are robots. Is that something I can disable or enable, you guys? Do you guys know about that one? Can I see what they do? I haven't messed with robots and the Laguin patch yet, so I'm assuming this kind of all self-sorts it out, you know what I mean? Like it gets organized on its own. But it seems like robots can only work as a miner or a farmer, not as a technician. From what it is showing me here. So let's add in a couple more of those robot jobs. So technician isn't counting as a manual labor. So in that case, do we want to continue building robot pops to fill out these last couple of jobs? We only need 2 more. I'm going to undisable this, or enable, I think is the actual word. So we have one species that we have, somebody is the worst that doesn't have a job. Not sure why. You actually have, I think you've got gaps here, right? Is it one of our specialists, perhaps? All right, let's add one more metallurgist back. Yeah, it was probably a specialist role. So we have no more unemployment. We're still short on amenities. We will go ahead and start building robotics to fill in the gap here. Okay, gotcha. Okay, good enough. We'll make do with what we have. So, what's our biggest increase or our biggest? Gosh, we're actually really close to the limit on all of these. We're barely getting by. We really need to get some expansion in terms of, you know, more minerals and probably reduce some of our waste. So what can we do about that? What do we have decision-wise? We can reduce stability. I think we can actually do some edicts to reduce some things, can't we? No, because we're really low on influence. We could do some trades as well. We need to fix our energy problem pretty quickly here. We have 50 buildings that need... I'll tell you what, why don't we... If I disable one of these commercial zones, wouldn't this completely disable the upkeep or remove the upkeep? Let's see. It was at 31. Let's see if it jumps down to 32. Let's actually disable 2 of these, because I don't think we have enough jobs to even fill 1 at the moment. Let's look at that. 8 technicians, clerks. Yeah, so that did reduce some of the cost. So that looks good. I think we need to get our science ships back to exploring again, because we've got, you know, we rushed so many areas here that we really didn't quite expand into all the systems. So let's finish off Sol. I think that this science ship is heading back into the main area behind the Sol system. So we should get all these surveyed soon.
System survey complete.
This one's done, so let's grab that construction ship and join it with the rest of the world. And I guess we'll resurvey these 3 systems as well. This does have some minerals and some... it does have some energy credits as well. Yeah, we've got a few. We'll keep expanding. We'll go, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Expanding also costs credits too, because it does. I think it does count against your starbase count. As you have more, each starbase does cost a little bit. Is that right? What do we have in terms of... Yeah, what were we working on for our traditions? You guys remember? So we finished Discovery. We were going to do Expansion. And I believe the idea was we wanted to work towards the overall Ascension goal of synthetic evolution and then mind over matter. Because as the Church of the One True Beep, we obviously want to spread our mastery of ourselves. We found some rare crystals, which is nice. What else can we reduce here in terms of our upkeep? Ship stations. We could mothball some of the fleet. You know what? We could reduce the army as well. We don't really need the army at this very moment. Should we disband the entire thing? I mean, I think it's gonna be a minute before we have another battle. So maybe we can do that. Let's disband the army. It only costs, doesn't it only cost minerals when you first build up the army? Yeah, it only costs minerals, which we have, well, we should have plenty of once we get ourselves balanced again. Let's just disband the army. Okay. So that's going to take a bit once it unlocks itself. Let's see if we can increase our trade a bit more. So looking at the trade screen, we have... Where are all of our stations? We have 3 stations. Sol, Panic down here, and Horrible. Horrible's not connected, but it soon will be. There is trade that's 2 jumps away from Sol. There's also trade that is 2 jumps away from Panic. So if we take Panic and we add another... Oh, we actually added a shipyard there. I'll tell you what, let's actually remove the shipyard and do a trade hub instead. Each trade hub gives it 1 collection range. So we should be able to grab the trade from Sirius. We'll connect into Pandil, Hadricus, and Rimdur. Each of those systems will bring back trade as well. Oh, the basic starbases are only administration? Nice. Awesome. That's good. That's fine. We're going to work on it. We should be a little bit better here soon. Randox, hello, welcome. Praise Beep. Beep be with you. And also with you. So we've got a couple disabled buildings. We're going to wait for the population to catch up. As the population keeps growing, they should slot themselves into the technician... Sorry. We need to disable the technician job for the moment. And we need to work on getting people into the clerk jobs to make that happiness go up. I don't want to take more away from us, but we really do need to have them focus on becoming better clerks.
Construction complete.
Oh, yes, we are low. Let's go ahead and sacrifice maybe some... What are we doing for trades here? Ugh, we're still trading we're doing monthly trades already. We do have to keep our consumer goods up, but we may have to drop that temporarily. Let's remove that. Let's also maybe sell a little bit of our alloys. See how much that gives us in terms of the trading. Is that a building? We may not have researched that yet, Tama. Oh, we have a bunch of special projects that need to be taken care of. So I'll tell you what, as soon as you... No, you've already done this, right? Let's have you research all the special projects so we can get a boost to technology here. And then you'll go back to automatic exploration after that. You are actively going to explore the systems behind Sol, which is going to be important. Sol cannot quite upgrade... Like, if we get rid of the shipyard, we can't make any more ships. So we're not going to be able to grab the trade from Bernard Star yet. We will once we can upgrade that to another level. So construction ship, one of you is not doing anything. Can you actually spread here? Yeah, we can spread in one of these directions. Which one has the most trade? 2, 2, 3. Let's spread down to Hadricus, I guess. Is that the name of it? Hadricus? Because this also has a little bit of energy credits in it too, along with trade. Olin would be really nice to go to as well. Okay, so now we're finally above. We have a surplus again because we started trading our alloys. In fact, let's see if we can even this out just a bit. We'll sell more alloys. I hate selling alloys because that's normally what we're short on, but we will make it happen.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Oh yeah, I forgot that even was a thing. So Army, yeah, powered exoskeletons is going to let us move into the robotic side of the house, which would be useful. It would cost more energy. We've got coil gun, Corvette speed and cost, and planet build speed. You are an industrial person, so I think I'm going to stick them on the powered exoskeletons to start the robot chain. Because Beep always enjoyed his skeleton friends, so to honor that, we will also honor our skeletal brethren. Alright, we're going to have our main fleet go back to orbit on Sol. Look at all these new planets that just opened up, though, with all of these, the horrible folks. It's fairly impressive. Would be nice if we ever found another species so we can try to actually spread our existence.
Debris analyzed.
Although we're not a... Are we a secret cult? What are we? No, we're a megachurch, so we actually have to get their permission through a trade... I think it's a trade agreement for us to spread our religion. Maybe we should have gone the more aggressive route.
Construction complete.
Okay, so this should have linked horrible now.
Construction
in terms
complete.
of trade. Although, do we immediately start getting that trade anyways?
Debris analyzed.
We're already at 54 trade, so that's probably working as intended. Construction ship, could you please build a mining station here? Oh, can they actually clash? That's true, they are part of the material side. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm sure nothing bad will come of that. Alpha Centauri, of course, had a habitable world right behind us the entire time. We also can continue towards Sirius down the road. I don't know if we should start that yet, or if we should wait on expansion. I still do want to try to block off our main exits out of this entire network of systems. This is a huge chunk of galaxy, but this is a huge galaxy overall. Who are you? Oh, these are the Grand Caravanneers. Play the slots. What the crap? Oh my gosh, that's silly. What would it cost us to colonize? 200, 200, 200. I think as you're colonizing, it does consume more energy as well. Or was that before Le Guin and now it doesn't do that? We also must have lost an admiral during that fight. Let's grab a random admiral here. We'll do someone with a... Yeah, they're all pretty old, so we'll wait for Ganak to pass away, then we'll pick a new one. Okay, so it still does cost. Alright, so maybe we'll wait on that. We're getting a little bit more even now in terms of our money situation. So that's starting to get better. We'll continue to expand. Do we have any more factions? We've got Sonic Pursuit. They want, if we take Mind Over Matter, they'll be happy, which we'll get to. They're pretty grumpy about robots, yeah. So we do have a grumpy faction already. This faction just likes it when we take people over, I think. Which we've done, but I don't know how long that benefit is for. So maybe we could, down the road, purge all the robots and... Well, I mean, maybe we'll just see. Can we be spiritualists and have them track towards the, was it materialists as well? That they would be completely at odds, right? So you're still grumpy about amenities. We got that. Your population growth is probably really slowed down. Maybe we really should be pausing this completely. Let's get a couple more in here, and then I'll stop it completely for the worker side for the robots. Although I could take the soldier job out. What does a little bit more stability do? It reduces, it gives you more resources, and it increases your trade value. Okay, we won't do that too much right now. What about the laws? What about our kind of our policy for every species? What do you guys have for rights? You should have everything, right? Decent conditions, full military service, where you're allowed to colonize, you're allowed to migrate. Not that I don't think they're going to migrate to continental because that's not their area. They don't like that. All right, we got more society research now. I think food from farmers would be useful. So we'll grab that. What else were we waiting on? I think we're waiting on a construction ship to come down to Hadricus. Are you surveying or are you exploring? Because you didn't finish Alpha Centauri. Let's have you do this, and I'm going to manually give you some orders here. Okay. By the way, if you guys weren't here for the first Let's Play, or the first Stellaris stream, we wound up getting a tiny little amoeba, and it followed one of our science ships around for a bit, and then it grew into this giant flagella that does a ton of damage. It's the size of a cruiser, I think. The third tier of ship. So, that's impressive. What is it? Frigate, destroyer, cruiser, and then something else? Battleship? I don't know what the third level is actually called. Been a minute. Alright, I'm going to speed things up again. We're starting to get a little bit more caught up here. Mining stations. Pennick probably just grabbed the trade from here. 3 trade is collected. 2 trade is collected here by the Pennick Trade Hub. By the way, did you guys ever find out why this is blue, for example, and the rest of these aren't? Is this like the central trade area, maybe? Like this one's blue though too. So Caranval is also blue. Project complete. Even though it doesn't collect any trade here. Does that just mean someone's come through recently? No idea. Let's see, where else can we expand? Let's see if our construction ship can queue up in order to move over to Pandil, because this has some good trade value as well. Alright, we're getting there. Oh yeah, that's right, we named him Beep Jr. No, he's chosen of Beep is what he is. But yeah, it is Beep Jr. You actually have to actively set up trade routes? I thought they automatically happen.
Debris analyzed.
Oh, hang on. I didn't upgrade. Sorry, let me go back to Horrible. I don't think we have a trade hub here. We do. Well, why isn't this trading? Curious. Horrible has a trade hub. Alright, let's take a look at our traditions. I think we're going to go, of course, down the expansion tree. Oh, that's why we were waiting to expand as well. So we're going to take colonization fever so that they start with 1 additional pop. Pop growth speed, starbase upkeep. Yeah, we'll go this route because I want to try to get some colonies going pretty soon. River in Norway. It is actually, I don't know, I like it a lot. I love Stellaris. I'm a huge fan of Grand Strategy and Paradox. It is pretty steep, but there are tons of really good tutorials out there. Like, if you watch some of Quill's early games, I think he does a really great job of explaining things. His current playthrough is like Mom's, I think it's like Mom's Factory or Mom's whatever from what's the show? Futurama. And he's kind of doing a playthrough in the new Le Guin update. So that might be a good thing to catch. But yeah, how does trade work? So this is actively sending home, right? That's what I'm seeing. It's got... Out of the 7 located in Pennick, all of it is reaching Sol. So why aren't we having a trade... Okay, let me take a look at that then. Interesting. Right-click to set up another upgraded starbase. Right-click another upgraded... Oh, for goodness sake. That's so easy. Thanks, River. I appreciate that. And also, Tama, thanks for all your info. This is really good stuff. So... Now if we go back to our trade route, I saw some piracy there, so we'll have to take care of it. Okay. So we have to manually set up the trade routes. Holy crap, we just got a huge boost to the capital. Let's go ahead and set up our ships on a combat patrol. We'll do the queue first, and then we're going to set them up on a patrol to Horrible. So hopefully this should take care of any piracy in those systems. That was a huge boost to our energy. I think we're good to start working on the next colony ship. What do we want here? We've got improved deflectors, reactor booster. I think we want to do reactor booster 2 so we can have more armor and faster ships. Because Beep wants to go fast. That's how Beep has always told us. So let's queue up a colonization ship for Sirius 3. Let's see. What do we have? A redemption? We'll do this in honor of one of our colonies or one of our bases in Kenji. We'll get redemption going.
Construction complete.
Awesome. We are steadily expanding. We'll grab Olam and then we'll drop another energy down.
Anomaly found.
Research that. Let's enable this again.
Our ships have been improved.
We're still behind on the growth. Do we want to replace one of these with... You know what? Maybe we replace this with a gene clinic. That would increase the growth. Eventually, martial law... Oh, we can end martial law at any point? If we did that, we'd lose more stability, but we would stop the suppression of some of the pop growth, though. Let's end martial law for the moment. Yeah, we know that. We do have unemployment from what? From who? Oh, hello, Chief Executive Officer. This is one of the Caravaneers. Let's see what they want to sell us. Technicians. Wait, hang on. What is this? They will adjust upward the trade value of all systems. They increase trade value by 10% for the duration. But we'd have to get up one of our science ships. I don't actually think I want to do that right now. We finally have our energy credits above the line. So we're going to say no to that for the moment. We have one unemployed ribbit.
System survey complete.
Oh, do we actually have enough ribbits already? Did he make them that quick? Okay, let's go ahead and go back to pausing robot construction. Can I, like, purge you? Oh, displacement? So... we could drop another district down to take care of the unemployed robot. We have one unemployed, the worst. Is that somebody who's up here? Yeah, we do have a specialist that's unemployed. How do we have an unemployed specialist? Where did we lose that from? Was that from the building? Maybe that's how it worked. Okay, why don't we do this? Let's replace one of the commercial zones with a gene clinic. That should take care of at least one of the specialists. They can go into the medical field, become a doctor or whatever it is that winds up getting us more population growth.
Construction complete.
Okay, we got the exoskeletons. Let's go over to probably mining station output. Well, we could do either or, minerals from miners or output. We get more from jobs right now than we do stations, but it's pretty close. So let's just grab, let's go ahead and grab 0G because, well, just because it's either or. Lots of rage to decisions. I think we're starting to get a little bit of a handle here. Lazy Glassman, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna drop down a farm.
Complete.
Oh, we only have 15 districts maximum. Oh, we're already at our max. Okay. Fair enough. We could pull down a... Let's do this. Let's pull one generator district. That should free up another district to build. That should take care of the unemployed robot. We'll probably build one more robot to finish it off and then maybe completely take down the robot assembly plant. Because we actually still had gaps in the technician production anywho. So... that's no big deal. The temple, yes, the temple will pull them towards our government style, right? Spiritualist ethics attraction. Plus 5%. We'll do that at some point soon. I don't know if we need to do we still may need... I mean, the big problem is that there's just no jobs in these commercial zones right now. It made 5 jobs at a time. So we've disabled and we're replacing one commercial district. We have 2 more that are open, and we have we're missing 4 clerks from that. So that means if we take the other district, we will lose more amenities, and I think we need amenities right now. So yeah, maybe we'll replace the robot assembly plant with the temple. Once we get everything sorted, we'll do one more run of robots. And then we'll completely kill it off, okay? That'll take care of that. Let's go over to Earth. Why are people doing things? What is this symbol? Not enough housing, okay. Well, they're actually growing super fast now. We are about to colonize another system, though, so that should have some immigration going on. And it'll slow down the growth of the Earth system. Do we want some better labs? What else did we get recently?
Complete.
Luxury, hollow theaters. Yeah, everything else looks pretty similar. We might want to do another bit of commercial zones. No, sorry, not commercial, but civilian industries. This should turn minerals into consumer goods. Yeah, I think we need to do that because we're actually really, really far down on the consumer goods side of the house. So we'll do civilian industries, even though I would like to do something else around here. We still have enough amenities. It's getting close, though. We'll also add in, how many jobs over are we? We are 2 populations, so we have 2 unemployment. That should take care of the unemployment, but we need more housing. So I'm going to drop a full housing district down. Or do we want to do... Yeah, we'll do a full housing district for the moment, because I think we're going to have some more specialist buildings down the road. Oh, does the temple get amenities?
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
It does give you... Oh, it does give you 10 amenities. What is the... The commercial zone gives you just as much. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea then. But that would be a specialist job as opposed to a clerk job, right? Because the Pulsating stars. Okay, because the clerk job right now is coming from those entertainment districts or those commercial zones. If we build a temple, I think that would be a specialist job. We'll take a look at that closer here in a second. We've unlocked more society research. That was quick. Was that a super low... Like, are we have a massive boost to this right now, or did we just happen to get lucky? Maybe it was already almost done. We'll grab... I guess we'll grab... Army defense.